What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 16, Episode 7, Nashville Hold'em. Listen, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. And make sure y'all liking the videos so we can go ahead and stay in the algorithm of things. First of all, let me apologize for not coming last night. I just didn't feel like it. I ain't feel like watching it, y'all. So really forgive me and whatnot. But I'm back today. So I'll give y'all this, and then I'll give Love and Hip Hop Miami once they come on. So we just gonna run through this. So anyway, listen, I got some stuff to say, okay? And even though this was, not the best, but it was okay, I still got stuff to say. And this review will be colorful. So, I'm sorry, y'all. So the episode starts with Britt and her husband there at the dealership purchasing a new car. So it's apparent that her husband promised to buy her a new car every 2 years. And I'm just thinking, are y'all leasing? But she a scammer anyway, so it is what it is. So she said in her confessional, there has been days where she's cried, but you can't hold a bad beat down. I said, girl, you are always the victim. Always the victim. At this point, Kenya is gone. So my focal point gonna be directly on Britt. So she then decides to put her leg up and said, if you can't in a car, then you shouldn't be buying it. But you was the same person that was distraught by what Kenya did to you. But okay. But you put your leg up on national television, and then you denied. But we gonna get... All right, Brittany, or whatever your name is. So over at Angela's house, Miss Drew stopped by. And y'all, Drew had a little bag. The people say the bag was $6,000. I'm not mad at it. However, you could have just went to Ross and bought a bag for about $65, girl. But I like it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? So anyway, Angela tells Drew that she talked to Marcus. And Marcus said, you're not related to Michael. I mean, what is his name? Michael Jordan? Must say Michael Jackson. And Drew was like, I was just playing. Girl, was you? Okay. So Angela says, they talked about the peace brunch or whatever, and Angela said Kelly food was halfway good at that brunch. I was like, oh girl, do better, Kelly. So over at Lil' Kim house, aka Kelly, because that's who she looked like, if we go keep it a book, she looked like the new Lil' Kim. We see Cynthia, Portia, whatever. There was that other girl, Shamia, comes over. And Cynthia started telling us about the YNs that want her. And I'm just like, Cynthia, you still looking for a man? Girl, you got to be tired, mama. You got to be tired. So, for me, let me just say this. I know everybody likes Kelly, but for me, I think she's fake AF. I'm sorry. Then Portia asked them about the peace brunch. And if y'all are Portia fans, I already don't see it for Portia. So I just don't have nothing nice to say about her, especially on this review. So Portia asked about the peace brunch. Kelly said that Drew and Angela was team twirl. And that is why I don't like Kelly. Because you run your damn mouth too much. You got a big ass mouth. You do too much. Like, for me. And it feels like I'm trying to solidify a spot. Even though I have a peach, I'm still trying to solidify my peach. Like, she's fun, but that's how Portia was. Fun, but conniving. Anyway, I'm not saying Kelly is conniving. I'm just saying she's fake. So, Bree, what do I call it? That Brit. She have a conversation with her husband about Angela, And basically, she told her husband how Angela clocked her at that brunch, and yet she's still playing a victim again. She starts talking about how her license is being investigated, and I thought your license was being investigated because you are a scammer. So Britt Bree says that, sorry y'all, Angela lacks empathy and she's not a girl's girl. No, no, that's not it. She clocked you, and then you went on this whole tirade trying to, you want to ice Kenya out. And yeah, they fired the lady, but we're just talking directly about you. You went on this world tour, you apologized, and that's fine. But why did you apologize? You probably don't even think you need to apologize at this point. I think you was just doing whatever production told you to do. But that's just me. So, she started to talk about Angela, talking about, I can say that, she brought up the fact that Angela Charles have another baby or something. And I was like, how you gonna try to spray this lady with her own tea? She's already told us. So to me, that didn't land. Find something else. So back over at Angela's, she said she hoped that there is growth with Britt. Britt needs to grow up in order for there to be growth. Okay. Drew says in her Britt voice, she received a text from Britt saying they wanted to meet for drinks. Fine. Drew said fine. So Angela asked Drew about Raggedy Ralph. Okay. I'm reading this on my phone. It's really small, y'all. And she said she want the court doc sealed because she doesn't want her kids to eventually read about it. But the thing is, your kids are going to see it because it's playing out on TV. I don't know what you guys are telling your kids, but kids are smart. Kids pick up on things. People come to your kids and tell your kids things. So I don't know what you're expecting, but I really believe that you should tell them what's going on. But you raise your kids how you want. So Angela asks if Drew asked if Ralph was jealous about her working with Dennis. And so she said both Portia and Ralph knew, and I believe that. And they still have the same issue. Like, I don't understand. So over at Kelly's, Portia is still keeping up unnecessary drama with Drew. And she wants to celebrate her birthday, but she didn't extend an invite to Drew. And to me, that's not okay. To me, that tells me, once again, you're trying to keep that lady from getting her money. Thus far, you don't want her filming with Dennis. You just want her to be this lackey that follows behind you, and you need a storyline. So not only that, we already know birthday parties, going out of town, that's a all cast event. And again, you're trying to keep her from getting her bag. It just gives you want to ice her out. I don't care what nobody say, you want to ice her out. So probably your other friend to come on, you want a full spot for her. It's easy, or the fact that Drew is an easy target, because everybody do be coming for Drew. Like, I like Drew point blank in a period, but everybody be trying to come. Oh, sorry, I didn't think I pressed the sorry y'all. Everybody be trying to come for that lady. Drew don't bother nobody. Yeah, she a little liar sometimes here and there, but not even like half the lies these of us told. So whatever. Angela, Mr. Tell Self, decides to invite Drew to Portia's birthday party. And Drew, because she has sense, she tells her with the energy and how with Portia's energy and how she's been with her, she will have to hear it from Portia. She said that I am an easy person to communicate with, and that is true. And then over at Where Portia and was at, Portia said, Drew seems to be a pathological liar. The way I looked at Portia, I wanted to snatch them damn teeth out her mouth. Because ain't no way, pot, meat, kettle. You lied on somebody. You lied on Candy. Can we just really need to run down your resume, because you've done enough lying and you're still gonna lie at the end of this episode. But you always want to, you and your big ass teeth always want to chew on big old words. Spell pathological. Miss 265 days, who don't know what the Underground Railroad was for. Girl, I don't like Portia. Anyway, you are really the last person to call somebody a liar, okay? The way I roll my eyes, like I roll my eyes really hard. So, Drew said if Portia is comfortable with her going, she will go. But then Portia is saying out of sight, she's done with Drew, out of sight, out of mind. Angela says Portia will be all right. Yes, Angela was being messy, but was I mad that she invited Drew? Nope. And was I mad that Drew went? Nope. Because just like you felt the need, and I'm going to remind your raggedy ass every time, you felt the need to go waltz up in this lady's house and steal her husband and her liquor. Whatever you get, I hope you hit your toe at the end of the bed, okay? I don't like her. I don't like Portia. Never will. I used to. I don't like her. She's a ditz. Anyway, she's not smart. So Angela is at her house, talks to her kids about her nose. She said it was pinched, so she went and got Botox. And I guess that was after Shamia called her LaToya. But you still look like LaToya, okay? You cute, but you still look like LaToya a little bit. So son told her she looked like Yoshi from the Super Mario Bros. Girl, why don't you ask your kids how you look? You know children don't care. Don't do that. So Cynthia and Portia talk about Simon. I don't care. Britt meets Drew for drinks. Drew looks beautiful. Y'all, can we just talk about the hair? Like, Drew is beautiful. And I know people don't really see it for her and always saying she doesn't do much. She have a show on Bounce TV. It came out last year, I want to say. It's a sitcom. She's played on numerous Lifetime movies. She's in some of these BET Plus movies, maybe a few Tubi movies, but her album is really nice. Like, Drew really has a resume. Like, I don't know why y'all be trying to play like girl like she don't, but Drew really has a resume. I just wanted to throw that out there, okay? She didn't just play herself in the game when she slept with Durr and Ding Dong Davis. That is not it. I'm just saying. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. Drew looked good. She's beautiful. Drew is beautiful. And I like how poised she is. Even if she planned it up for the cameras, she not acting ghetto. She act the way, and she match her energy, but she match it in a little nice, nasty way. And that's fine. At least she ain't going around fighting on people. Anyway, Britt and Drew. Britt, at this point, is still playing a victim. She said, I was the one who was humiliated. Where is my support? So Drew tells Britt that you were acting rather celebratory in Kenya's absence. Clocked. Because she was. because she says, Kenyon's not here. I'm here now. And to me, I feel like you wanted to come for that lady's spot. You want to be the bad guy. It is what it is. It's what Kenya said in her video. She said that basically she over promised and she just under delivered. She didn't say those words, but that's what she said. With production. So it is what it is. She tells Drew she's an open book. I'm an open book, so if you want to ask me something, just ask. So Drew said, did you ever sell it? She gonna say, sell what? Drew said, Drew said, the cat. Okay, did you sell your cat to the highest bidder? I think you did, but that's just me. Britt said, no, I did not. Lying. Drew also asked, have you ever done porn before? And Britt starts to stutter, and she says she has not. I have not done porn before. But you said you did a webcam with your friend. What do you think that is? Girl, bye. So, Britt, again, wants to be the victim. Listen, we just need to cut this victim thing short. Make this the last episode. We don't care anymore. So, Drew says, understand how you feel. You know, she was like, people are talking about me. Drew was like, yeah, I've been through all of that before, so I understand where you're coming from. So, basically, they decide to, be in a better place. So we get to the court date. Drew and Ralph. So she feels like Ralph wants to fight to keep prolonging everything. She says she just want to make movement on his court proceedings. So the agenda for that particular hearing was for Ralph to move out of the house, for Ralph to show his financial records, and to keep the divorce filing sealed. Well, Ralph doesn't want to leave the house. So production is asking what is in the sealed documents. Drew says it's more on Ralph than on me. So I guess she doesn't want her kids to see that. Once again, this lady is just trying to protect you, but he's not trying to protect you. Anyway, Ralph's attorney with her ghetto ass talking about this a money grab. I'm sorry, y'all. That's how I was looking because I rolled my eyes. A stupid ass. So the judge's ruling was to turn over the sealed documents. But Ralph never had to give up his financial records. I need Drew to get another lawyer. At this point, Ralph is celebrating that he doesn't have to leave the home, and Drew is pissed. Again, why is he getting a confessional? He is a nightmare. He is a baby Martell Holt. And you see Drew, she was cursing him out. She was in the back, in the back seat crying. The way I would have boiled some hot water and went down in that basement and doused it on his ass. You're going to get out of here. You either going to walk or you're going to get out of here through an ambulance. But either way, you're going to get out of here. But you know what? I think Drew should leave. But I get it. You have to pack up all of your children. You have to... It's an uncomfortable thing. So it's easy for that one person to leave the house. But hopefully, something works out for Drew, because I really like Drew. So, the Nashville trip. Portia, my opinion, Portia's wrong for not inviting Drew. This is my opinion. I do not like her. I cannot stand her. I would never, ever see it for her. But as I always say, I'm going to always be fair. If she's being wronged, I'm going to always be fair. But... Kelly said a read about Angela and his fan. That shit wasn't funny. That was whack. That was lame, because I think Kelly is lame. I really do. Only thing, I have sympathy for her situation. I don't think nobody should go through that. And I think her ex-husband is a loser. Portia says she didn't know, Angela missed her flight. Portia was like, I didn't even remember her not being here. Portia, I guess, girl, you always... Portia is a stupid ass gutter snipe. I'm sorry. So we see the spread. The spread looked really good. Portia tried to be funny. She looked down in the basement and says, Drew, Portia, you tried it because that shit wasn't funny. Shamia says, since Portia is her best friend, she will take the second largest room. She might be your best friend, but are you hers? But you stay with your head up her ass. Okay? So, the rest of the rooms have twin beds. Again, gutter snipe behavior. Sound like Mia. So the ladies sit at the table and they talk about Angela. So Angela walked in. She was like, ooh, you know how she said in her confessional, you know how you can feel people talking about you? That was in there talking about me, and it was. So Angela tells Portia what she would like for Drew to come. And I wasn't mad at it. So Shamia says in her confessional, we're having a good time. Don't poke the bear. Shamia, shut up and eat your eggs. Just because you can't speak up to your friend about whatever and say whatever is on your mind, don't mean everybody else is like that. Nobody's scared of Portia. Okay? Anyway, Angela says she invited Drew. Girl, you messy, but I'm okay with it. And Portia is not happy with it, but ma'am, you've shown up to places uninvited. Okay? Need I remind you? I just really want to point out how Shamia gets on my nerves too. She get on my nerve. And then Angela calls Drew lies because you lying. Lies to Drew and tell her that the vibes are good, that she can come. Why would you do that? You knew that girl she wasn't tripping on coming. Like, this is what I like about Drew. She's not thirsty to be nobody's friend, but yet everybody just seemed to have a problem with her. Everybody has always had a problem with her since she came on the show. Everybody, like, fans and nobody, like, I don't understand why. She has done a lot less than what these other people have done. I don't know. Maybe she need to accuse somebody of grape in order for people to like her. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to see where I'm at because this little phone is little. So Drew was like, listen, I just want a piece. She was like, after what I went through with Ralph, I just want some peace. And I was just looking at Angela like, what she been through with Ralph. And this lady working on peace, and you want her to come into an environment that doesn't want to tolerate her. And the only thing you will be doing is upsetting her in this situation. You ain't shit. But I'm not mad at it. And so I guess they go down to the wherever they supposed to be going, and Angela, girl, I don't know what you got on, but that look a mess. Drew is at crew with her sister celebrating her record deal. It doesn't matter. She happy. Let the girl celebrate. Portia, this is when her friends come. Her raggedy ass, trifling looking ass sister comes. What's her name? The one who was on there a couple seasons ago, Manetta. I like Manetta. And some random people she have. I don't know. So Portia tells everyone Angela invited Drew. Angela said, I'm not gonna let y'all talk about Drew while she's not here. And then Portia made it seem like Angela was being aggressive, so she started using all these buzzwords. She's being aggressive. She was bullying. I'm like, girl, She's just somebody you can't play with. And that's what we see. She's one of those people that you can't play with. Like you can play with the rest of them, but you can't play with her. So this the part that pissed me off. When her sister piped up, like, shut your dumb ass up. And her friends and Portia accused Drew of being with Dennis orally. And for that, Portia, you a gutter snipe snake ass bitch if I ain't never seen it. Whatever happens to you moving forward, I hope you get everything you get being with Simon. While I don't wish nothing bad, but you drag this lady through the coals, and for what? A storyline. Because if she leave, you have nothing. Because you can't talk about your husband. You don't even want to talk about him. But you drag this lady like this. And then what makes it so bad is that you say these things on camera. You make these accusatory statements while this lady is going through a divorce with a snake ass husband. You and Ralph are just alike. It's just that you're a woman and he's a man. That pissed me off because you acted like you were so hurt and distraught, if we're gonna go back, by what Kenya what Kenya did to Britt. But then you the same person that accuse somebody of rape. The same person that walked in another woman's house and stole. You know what? Simon wanted to be stolen. But you were sleeping with your cast member's husband. So, you an asshole. I really do not like her. I don't like what Portia stands for. I don't like who she is as a human being. Maybe she's nice outside of this, but Portia don't care about nobody but Portia. And while her sister is there, she don't even give a damn about her sister. But because her sister is her mouthpiece and she want millions, because that's how I feel. I feel like you want millions. I feel like you want everybody against Drew. I feel like you're trying to ice Drew out. And you're trying to stop this lady from getting the bag by any means necessary. Because you're a hateful, old, bitter bitch. Okay. Anyway. Lord. Anyway. Be sure to like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video that I drop. And I will see y'all. Look at this. I will see y'all in the next video. Okay? Let me process. And I'm going to upload this video. And then later on, I will bring y'all Love and Hip Hop Miami.